I want to thank Heather Parika for coming in. Stay tuned for 4 Deep Sports now. A bunch of kids come in and make noise, and I got to watch my wallet because you can't trust these little punks. I'm telling you. All right, here's Bob. Tell them what they're listening to, Bob. Jump in.
Good afternoon, everybody. You are listening and watching 4 Deep Sports Talk here on the news station, 1320 AM WARA, and online, all one word, 4deepsportstalk.com. You can call in at 508-222-1320. Luce Cabral is back with us today, along with a Hava Jet. And as we get ready to, I want to say, I got ahead of myself again. And we're getting close to the ceremony on April 26th. That's going to be held in Hanson at Meadowbrook Restaurant, again, in Hanson, Massachusetts. And today we have the privilege. See, Coach, I told you I was going to mess up the English language. You know what it is? Believe it or not, I've been doing this long. I still get nervous. I don't know why. I think it's just because I enjoy this so much. It's almost like you're building that model, or you don't want to do that favorite thing, and you get too excited and you forget something in your car. Kind of like that idea, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So we have the distinct privilege of having the Braintree girls basketball team on. They're currently 16-1, and I had to make sure I mentioned that to the coach because I would have said 15-1. And I have a list of their schedule. We'll go over that and the top 10 in girls basketball, top 15 in boys basketball. And I just told Coach McDonald, and I guess her mother told her that she was nominated for Coach of the Year.
Yeah, she told me yesterday, yeah.
And so what we'll do is we'll have the guys, figure of speech, introduce themselves, and then we'll start drilling them with all these intense questions.
Okay. Well, thank you for having us. I'm
Absolutely.
Kelly McDonald. I'm the head coach at Braintree.
And I'm Francesca Spadorcia, or Frankie Spadorcia, and I'm the captain
Awesome.
of the team.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming on. I know we played phone tag or email tag a little bit. Me and Ahava went to town like a couple of weeks ago, and we went through the whole list, and we emailed everybody. Everybody we thought that, that was having a great season like you guys to get out there, because for like the last couple of weeks, we were just doing highlights, recaps, highlights. So we finally got some guys on, some players on. And it's been going pretty good. Last week we had Somerset Berkeley. Their coach and player was nominated for Basketball Player of the Year and Coach of the Year in boys basketball. So I don't know if Ava, you ready to go? Mm-hmm. I'll have her lead off with all the hard questions, and we'll go from there.
It's not even. Okay. So you guys obviously had a great season. So right now going 16-1. So I just want to know what motivates you guys. The team, as a coach and a player, as a captain. What keeps you guys running, pushing to keep winning these games?
Well, I don't know what it is that's different about this year, but it's like I'm not even satisfied every time we win. Oh, sorry, I'm not close enough to the microphone. Sorry. Honestly, I wish we had another game like tomorrow. Like, I just want to keep winning and keep, I don't know, there's something different about this season. It just feels a lot more energetic, and like I just want to keep going. So if we could have a game tomorrow, I'd be ready to go tomorrow and just keep winning. That's how I kind of feel right now. I don't want it to stop.
Sounds like you're on a nice wave going through here, huh?
Yeah. I mean, this is not what I predicted. I was predicting 16 wins this season, not already. Mm-hmm. And I definitely thought there'd be a loss or two mixed in there. And the girls just won't lose. So that's fine with me. Let's just keep going.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and how long you've been in the program.
I have been there forever. I've been working at Braintree Public Schools for 22 years, and I've been coaching for 21. I took the COVID year off, so I was the freshman coach for 7 years, and I was the JV coach for 12. And now that math might not work, but this is my second year as the varsity coach.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And Frankie, are you a senior over there?
Yeah, I'm a senior.
Wow. So what do you think of Coach?
Not to put you on the spot or anything.
No, not at all.
I mean, I think she's an amazing coach and probably one of the best coaches I've ever had. Yeah.
What is it to say?
Obviously you've been there for a long time.
Coaches. Yeah, I've been there a long time. So I was even I was the JV coach when she was coming up.
Oh,
she had another coach before. So I mean, it's been a couple of changes since she's even been in high school. So
Well, the record kind of proves it here. So I'm very impressed.
I mean, compared to last year, if I was thinking about it, we were either below 500 or 500 the entire season. The only time that we weren't, that we were above 500 last year is when we won our tournament game last year. That's the only time. So for us to kind of flip the switch like this it is pretty crazy, and it's kind of hard to even believe, even though we're a part of it. It's still kind of crazy.
Wow, that's great. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. No, you're doing a great job. I'm just in the way. So I'm going to run down their schedule. I want to make sure I put some music behind it so it doesn't sound so blah.
Okay.
So let's make sure I got it cut up, hit the music. Wrong music, but we'll go with it.
Okay.
Oh, that's not gonna last too
Monday
long.
night
That's
football.
Right?
Yeah, that's not the one I wanted. Maybe this is it. Here we go. I love this music. Is it really actually up there or no?
I'm barely hearing it.
Right? Oh, that's the idea. So,
Okay.
you know what I mean? All right. So with that being said, here is their current results here, and I had it. Then of course it went away. Oh boy, I'm killing the whole vibe on the music thing. So let's make sure we get it all. Oh boy, that did not work out the way I wanted it to work out. Usually when they're asking you questions, I'm a little bit, I'm better at getting all this stuff all set up in a row. And guess what? The ship is actually sinking. So as I get this set up and let everybody know how you guys are doing, when did you, Frankie, when did you know, or when did you and the girls feel like this was going to be a good run for you?
I mean, I think right after our Wachusett game last year is when kind of I was like, we could really beat anyone that we play. Like last year, we were just playing not to lose, because the year before that, we didn't even make it to playoffs. It was such a big switch. Like even being when we were ranked 18, we were all so excited, and we thought that was it was a huge deal for us, but obviously now we're third in the state right now.
D1, third D1, third D1, yeah.
Sorry, but it's just such a huge jump. It doesn't even feel I don't know. I kind of just forget sometimes that we're number 3 in D1.
All right, so now you helped me out. Thank you for bailing me out. So now I'm going to give you a recap on their season and make sure. There we go. All right, so this is what I have for results. So I have December 13th, they beat Walpole 48-41. Of course, that's a conference game. Beat Weymouth 63-13, Needham 36-32, Archbishop Williams 51-44. Cohasset was a loss. We'll talk about that in a minute. Milton 50-30. They're Braintree. Newton North, another conference win, 61-52. Framingham 56-47. Natick 48-42. Went out of conference, played Bridgewater over at Bridgewater Rain and beat them 62-36. Went to the Patriot League, played North Quincy, their neighbors, 64-54. Stayed in the Patriot League. They played Quincy 50-45. Went back into conference play. They beat Brookline 44-39. Wellesley 45-33. Walpole 56-37. Weymouth hosted them with a 60-31 win. Needham 48-46. And then they continue on the rest of the games before we get into conference, before we get into MIA play. They got to finish up with Milton on the 11th, the 17th with Natick, and then they have a tournament which starts the 17th. And I think there's another game.
Natick is part of the tournament, so they're in our league, but they're part of the tournament.
Oh,
so it's a non-league game. So our league play ends on Tuesday. It just Natick happens to be in the same tournament as us. So it's a Mansfield tournament, holiday tournament, and so we're playing Natick in the first round, and depending on who wins or lose, we'll play Mansfield or Westford Academy.
Nice.
Oh, nice. So this is D1 Bay State Conference?
Bay State,
Bay
yep.
State?
The Bay State
Okay.
League, yeah, we won the
Okay.
Bay State League. Not everyone is D1 in it, but most of us are D1. Yeah,
Yep.
like Walpole's D2.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, that's the
Milton's
mail
D2.
enrollment thing
Yep.
that they go off of, and the MIAA and their ultimate glory. I'll just say that. I'm being really sarcastic. You have no idea.
No, I bet.
Oh my God, we do well. Hopefully, maybe you listen when we do our playoff show. We congratulate everybody, and then then we go who's playing who won, and we do that for a couple weeks, and then I look and my arteries start coming out of my neck because I can't believe this Division I school is playing a Division III school, and they throw them in Division III, and it just irritates me. I don't think it's fair to these other kids that are trying to win a state title. But that's just me.
Yeah, no, you sound very familiar to like what some of the things my dad used to say back in the day. So.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're trying. They're only getting paid $350,000 a year, but, hey, who's counting?
It sounds very similar.
Right?
So basically, all through, just since you've been there so long, I basically grew up with all these girls.
Yeah, I know. That's the crazy part.
Wow.
It was funny. Last night was their senior night, and looking at their pictures and stuff like that, that they made their posters and everything like that. Like having pictures when they're in the youth program with the high school kids, and it's my assistant coach is in the background when she was playing there. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what you can see through. I look at some of my old pictures of when we won state championships in the background. You see girls that are on my team right now. So you get to know them, and I think like becoming a head coach was not something I really was looking to do, but it's like. This is the program that I've kind of been with for 22 years, so it's kind of my heart, and that's the only reason that I'm still here doing it. So you get to
Sounds like something clicked.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. Well, we're getting ready to take our first break. If you want to call in at 508-222-1320 and you're watching back home in Braintree on the 4 Deep Sports Talk website, yeah, they should be watching. They could be listening off the podcast. I know they probably can't pick up the signal. They might be able to pick up the signal. Again, 508-222-1320. This is me looking at Frank. I'm trying to drag it on so we can get to this break and wait for this number to run down. We'll be back with them and more right after this.
Welcome back to 4 Deep Sports Talk. I'm Maheva Jet alongside with the Braintree Girls Basketball and Luz Cabral and Dominic Damiano.
Good job. There
Perfect.
you go.
You did that great.
So, obviously, last year and this year, did you guys think you would get this far or just be like this in general as a team?
I think what Spadorcia really kind of hit it on the head when we played with Wachusett last year. I think it was big for us to get the tournament win against Chelmsford, but we definitely hung with Wachusett last year, who I thought I had gone and seen them at Comcast, and I had come back from Comcast, and I was like, girls, you should see this team. They're unbelievable. And then, of course, we had to play them in the second round, and we hung with them for like 3 quarters. We literally only lost 1 quarter. We lost it pretty badly. But I think that showed the girls that we can kind of hang with anyone. And I came into the season, I knew our schedule was pretty tough. And I said, we're not going to win them all, but we are capable of winning every single game on our schedule this season. And so we've done a pretty good job with that. So it's not like we're not killing people or anything like that, but we're in every game. And I think I said to them at the beginning, our defense keeps us in every game. I just think our offense has come along with some confidence in ourselves and winning is that our offense has come along in a little bit more than it did last year. So our defense definitely keeps us in games. And then if we're hitting our shots, then we can stay with anybody.
Now the bond obviously must be strong. I mean, you guys are pushing through every single game and stuff. So as a captain, how do you make sure the team's put together, make sure everybody is set and just ready to go into the game.
I think sometimes, like, I don't even need to, like, do anything. Like, the girls kind of just, like, do their own thing. Like, sometimes some girls will, like, have headphones on, and while the rest, like, are blasting music out loud with everyone, like, getting ready. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like everyone's just, like, so, like, they can just get ready by themselves. Like, I don't even have to do anything, really. Like, everyone knows how, like, what time they need to stretch, or, like, because I know before a game, like, I kind of want to do my own thing, too. Like, I want to listen to my music and stretch, like, by myself. So I think that's kind of what everyone else wants to do, too. So, yeah.
I feel like they've been, like, stressing me out because they don't do it the same every single game. So I'm like, I don't know where we're at right now, because sometimes they're, like, super chill. And, like, last night they were super amped, and I just don't know where they're at. And yet they come out, it seems to work. So whatever they're doing, we'll just keep doing that.
Yeah. We just make sure to get really hyped up before and make sure everyone's really energetic.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we're all about, is our energy. We try to bring, like, the most energy to every single game.
That's pretty cool. So, Coach, who did you guys, this is your second year, right? Who do you base off? Is there a certain team in your schedule out of the Bay State? Because the Bay State's a tough conference.
Yeah.
You base how you think, or do you, is that your MO? Do you do that? Do you look at a certain team?
Well, I mean, I think, like, to me, I think we are very comparable with Needham. So to me, going into the season, like, I think that was, like, kind of who in a way, our rival was. Me growing up in the Bay State League, I played at Norwood, which is not in the Bay State League anymore. My rival was always Walpole, so I'm always going to get hyped up to play Walpole. And Needham, I think, is a very comparable team with us. So those were kind of the two big teams going into this year that I wanted to, like, kind of base it off of. And the fact that we were able to beat both those teams twice was huge for us, because I thought that could be kind of go like 50-50. We could, they could win one and we could win one. So that's kind of where I put ourselves comparatively. Again, also, so many things changed this year with like some of the best athletes in the league left. So, like, Wellesley should have been, like, really good, but they two twin sisters left and went to prep school. Their center decided to focus on another sport. So I kind of thought Wellesley was going to be the top of the league, and all of a sudden they left, and I was like, oh, okay, well, all right. So now we're in it. So I kind of thought, going into the season, I thought it was like us, Walpole, Needham were kind of like had to battle it out for the top spot. That's where I thought would be. And again, like with Needham, we beat them twice, but it was a combined 6 points is what we beat them by, right? We beat them by 4 the first time and 2 last night. So it's not like it's like we were killing them or anything like that. We're pretty comparable.
So talk about last night's game. How was that?
Stressful.
I'm sure. That's why I want to hear.
Well, I mean, last night's game, it was also senior night, so a lot goes into that, and you don't know where the girls are going to be at emotionally with senior night. But they definitely came, like I said, sometimes they're super chill before games. They were super hyped up for this game, so that was awesome, and it was a great atmosphere. Like, a lot of people in town are starting to get excited about us with all the winning that's going on, so it's fun to get the youth in there, and they get super excited, and the parents start getting into it and excited. So the gym was packed, so it was good, but it was very stressful. We kind of built ourselves a little bit of, we went down at first, built ourselves a lead, and then they came back in the final kind of minutes, and that was stressful. And I was, as you can tell by the way I'm talking, I haven't been feeling well, so I was making some poor coaching decisions last night, but the girls were able to pull it out and calm themselves down and pull it together and pull that one out. So yeah.
Kudos to you guys.
I had a lot of fun listening.
Yes, I mean, it was fun. I mean, I think, I would think Needham is someone we get up to play.
Yeah,
we're pretty familiar with Needham, so I think that's someone they get up excited for. So I'm sure they all had fun, because it was an awesome night. For senior night, I thought it was like one of the best senior nights I've been involved in.
I feel like usually, like, people's senior nights are, in the past, like, all the seniors are usually, like, really sad, but I feel like today, I mean, yesterday, it was, like, the complete opposite. Like, everyone was, I think it was, like, the loudest we've ever been. And, like, there were so many people there. It was just, like, making me look forward to the playoffs to see, like, even, like, the youth girls. It makes me so happy that they're going, because, like, that's what I used to do when I was little. And yeah, I was just saying before the game I know it's senior night, but just treat this like a normal game, because you don't know what people are thinking in their head.
And how many other seniors are on the team?
There's 5 seniors. So
Five
perfect.
seniors?
Perfect.
Wow.
We started, yeah.
Wow. Who are they? Shout out.
Okay, well, Spadorsha.
Uh-huh.
We got Hannah Sherrick, Presley Sherrick, Kiana O'Sullivan, and Kiara Solano.
Great. Great. Wow.
So I want to know what happened in Cohasset, because I'm looking at Cohasset. And I'm saying to myself, now, you got to understand, when you're in the seat here, right, and we mean no disrespect to these other schools, because, we could have them in next weekend, but at the time, right now, Braintree's not in a hot seat, I'm only kidding. As a fan, I want to know what happened.
Yeah, I don't think we could hit the side of a barn that night. We couldn't hit anything.
Oh, you're shooting like me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely, some coaching decisions that were questionable as well. I think the beginning of the season, our confidence wasn't quite there yet. When we went down, we got a little more nervous than we have been. We've been in tight games since then, and I think we've been pretty steady, whereas we were stressed out a little bit more that game. So still early in the season. He has a nice, that's going to be a really good, what are they, D4, I think? That's going to be a
D4,
really
yeah.
good D4 team. They have, some just legit athletes on that team. They were definitely taller than I remembered when we were scouting them. I was like, where did these girls get so tall?
It's in the water.
Yeah. So they kind of packed in the key with these 3 6-footers that were legit athletes. And,
Wow.
Yeah, we just couldn't. We couldn't score. So I think it was the beginning of the season, and I'm going to chalk it up to that.
There you go. Right? Now you're giving them their kudos. They won.
No,
There
they
you
did.
go.
They did. That coach did a good job scouting us and planning for us, and I definitely did not come up with the best scouting and planning for that. So I'll have to put that one on me. That's okay.
Oh boy, here we go.
Obviously, you must have a game plan for every game.
Yeah, that was the beginning of the season.
Right.
That was what, fifth
Fourth,
game.
yeah.
Fourth game of the season. You
Yeah.
don't really know what they are.
Exactly,
So I'm watching film on
exactly.
them from the year before.
Right.
So yeah, I would think going into most games you have a good game plan. Again, like last night I had one and then I totally forgot what it was when I got out there. So
That happens.
and you gotta kind of remember what that game plan is. But yeah, that's what we try and do. Come up with a plan, and then if that changes, you got to adjust
Yep.
in the game. So
Yeah.
we'll try and do.
So for you, young lady, I had a question. Off of the first question I asked Coach, was there anybody you were looking forward to playing to measure your season off of, you and the other senior captains?
I feel like I always look forward to playing Walpole and Needham.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just think that's the game that all of us get hyped up to play the most, and maybe it is because they're also competing for Bay State League champions. They were competing for Bay State champions.
Well, again, Walpole lost their best player as well. She went to prep school, so she was a MVP as a sophomore, and then as a senior she left to reclass to go to a prep school. So that changes a complete dynamic where
Yeah.
they were the top of the league, and so losing that player again, it changes the whole dynamics for us. So we've definitely benefited from people leaving the Bay State League.
Yeah, right. But you guys also get the job done. You got 16 wins in a row. That's all from hard work and
Right.
camaraderie and, going to the camaraderie. How do you and the other, well, you're the captain, but you're probably real close, of course, with everybody. So the other seniors, how do you guys try to keep the younger players, involved? Because it's tough, because there's a maturity
Yeah.
thing there.
We have no freshmen on the team, but I feel like we have so many sophomores on the team. How many sophomores?
6 sophomores.
We have 6 sophomores, and some of them were already on the team last year, so they're more comfortable. And I feel like their confidence all together just stepped up so much this year. All of them has stepped up a lot, and when either if they're starting or coming off the bench, it doesn't even seem like they're nervous at all, because I feel like as a team, we're all closer this year too, and I feel like that's helped us a lot.
Right. Well, plus your personality and your, I don't want to say, your personality and the vibe they're getting off you. Well, she's not nervous. Why should I be nervous? She's there to have fun, And we do have a call.
Oh, wow.
Oh, we like
right.
that.
Hi, you're first on 4 Sports Talk.
So much this year.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. My name is Joyce, and my husband's
This is my
Jerry.
baby.
And we're Francesca's grandparents calling in from Florida.
Awesome. Well, thank you for listening and watching. And you don't have a question for these kids. We're trying to drill them with as many questions as we can. Is it Grandma or is it Nana?
Mimi.
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 Mimi, nice to meet you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We're fortunate enough we can watch the games on TV because Braintree broadcasts them live, so that's exciting.
Awesome.
And I have to say that Coach Kelly is amazing. We've enjoyed watching the girls over the years, and she really is such a great coach and is a good leader. I'm so proud of Frankie because she's done an awesome job, and I love the way she prepares and works so hard at it. And also her friends on the team. And I don't know if you know this, but there's another girl on the team, and they call each other Maz and Spaz.
I love it.
Great camaraderie with the girls, and I think they show a lot of respect for each other, for their coach. I'm just very proud to be Francesca's grandmother.
Mimi, that is totally awesome.
Thanks, Mimi.
You don't have a question for her, do you? Do you have anything that comes to mind as a fan you want to ask the coach and the player? Hello?
Yeah, this is Jerry.
Jerry, how are you?
Good, thank you. I just want to say how proud we are of Frankie.
Oh, that's so sweet.
You know how many times I've texted and said, dominate, dominate, dominate. Dominate.
That's awesome.
Dominate.
So
One game just recently, if she didn't block the shooter, they would never have won the game.
Oh, the Quincy game?
Shot, and they went down and won it. Oh, my God, it was fantastic.
That's
She
awesome.
brings a lot of joy to us, too, because we love her personality, and she's such a sweet kid. So let me give you back to Mimi.
All right, thank you.
Well, I want to know, Coach Kelly, how you think you're going to do in the championship?
Oh my goodness, a championship! I'm looking to win 2 games in the tournament. My goal was to get to the Elite 8. That's my goal this season. That's what I said before the season. So, if we make it to that, then everything else is gravy.
Well,
good,
Mimi,
good.
thank you for the call.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thanks for having my special girl on.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Absolutely our pleasure.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Mimi.
That is so sweet.
That was awesome. I love calls like that.
We're from Florida. Come
Right.
on.
Well, I mean, I think they're missing it because was that the first game they missed in a while?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they missed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Aw.
missed the last couple of games. They're like, where can I find it online?
It's been a while. We've had people from well, depending on who's in California, other parts of the
Right.
states, but I like it when the grandparents and the
Yeah.
aunts and uncles can call in.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we're going to take our second break. When we come back, if you want to call in, just like Mimi did, at 508-222-1320. The conference champion Bay State girls from Braintree are in the studio. We'll be back with them and more right after this.
That was so cute.
Wow.
Hey, welcome back. You are listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk here in the news station, 1320 AM WARA, and online, all one word, 4deepsportstalk.com. And just before we started to get the question ready for the intern, we have another caller. Hi, you are next. Hi, you are next on 4 Deep Sports Talk. Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Hey, how are you? Thank you for calling.
Yeah, great. I'm doing great.
Do you have a question for everybody, for the coach and player?
And who are we speaking
Sure
with?
do. Am I on now?
You are.
Is this
You
my
are on.
aunt? I think this is my aunt.
Fantastic. So my first actually is a comment. I've seen Braintree play. They're fantastic. Coach, there's a reason you are up for Coach of the Year. I've seen a lot of coaches yelling and screaming at their players, and you just bring such a positive energy, and I think that's why the girls are thriving, and they're so lucky to have you. And then, Frankie, my question for you is, what music do you listen to get pumped up as the team captain?
I haven't heard a question like that in a while. That's really
That's
cool.
great.
Sometimes I listen to Travis Scott sometimes, or I really like Separate Ways by Journey too.
Oh, she's old school.
I love
Yeah,
it.
I listen to a bunch of different things. Depends on the mood I'm in. Sometimes it's like really
Excellent.
happy, or just like getting locked in like with Travis Scott or something.
That's cool.
And who are we speaking with?
Excellent. This is Terry McDonald.
Oh, it is my
I-
aunt.
Oh, cool.
That's
Big
awesome.
fan base.
Do you
Yeah,
have
I'm in Situate, Massachusetts. I wish I was in Florida.
Right.
And can I ask one other question?
Absolutely.
You guys may or may not know, well, I'm sure Coach knows, Frankie's also an exceptional volleyball player.
Oh.
So in college, are you going to be playing volleyball or basketball?
Oh
She beat
god.
me to my question.
I mean, I was thinking volleyball for a while, but then a couple of coaches have reached out about basketball for like the same school. So I don't know.
Super exciting.
Yeah, I really don't know.
Can you let us know so we can break the story?
Yeah,
You promise?
yeah.
All right, cool. Before you tell the Ledger or the Enterprise or anybody else,
Of course.
well, thank you for the call, young lady.
Hey, my pleasure. Go Braintree. Take it all the way, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye. That was an awesome call. So now we're going to say we just came back from break, and I know Hava's been waiting patiently to get to her questions. And
So, Coach, I always ask the coaches this. How would you describe your coaching style?
I feel like I've totally changed over the years. It's funny that her aunt just said I was such a positive person and coach and don't scream or berate at the girls, because I think I've totally changed how I coach. Like I think my first freshman team probably were a lot more terrified of me than these girls are, and I don't. I think the girls have changed and I've changed. So how you approach them is different. And anytime I've gotten upset or frustrated or gone at them, it hasn't really benefited us as a team. So I try and stay as calm as possible, because that seems to help them stay as calm as possible. When they're calm and chill, we seem to do well. So me getting on somebody and pointing out their negatives just hasn't really benefited us. So I really just stay away from that now. I've been told that I'm, in other times, like, Kelly, you've become really soft, or Kelly, when did you become so calm? And it just, I guess, maturity, old age, whatever you want to call it. But yeah,
But it
definitely
works.
yeah, I mean, you've got to change and figure things out and figure out what works for you. We were talking about that today at practice. Like, different teams require different things.
sure.
Like, I mean, even from last year, this team is completely different than the team from last year. So just how you approach a team every year is going to be different. So that's kind of how I approach it. Old age makes you a little bit wiser and smarter.
Yeah, and it's obviously like you have to change from being a freshman coach. So you have such a big role now, especially with the varsity team. So it's obviously, it's not the same when you're coaching younger kids compared to older. So it's really, and with more competition, it's really, so.
And yet some of the things I said to the freshmen, the expectations I had for my first freshman team are probably higher than I had for these girls at this point, because you just don't know when you're 20-something, you think they all know the same things you know, and you get frustrated really easily.
I'm sure.
Patience comes with age, I guess. So you need to have a lot of patience. So.
all right, we have another caller. Hi, you're
Wow.
next on 4D Sports Talk.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, you're next. How are you? Thank you for calling.
Hi. Oh, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Do you have a question for the guys, for the gang?
I do. I was curious if Francesca Frankie is leaning toward any one particular college.
Another one stole my question.
We usually save that for the last, because we want to know what you think your future plans are.
I mean, I know that I'm going to college. I don't know where yet. I know like somewhere near here, but I honestly don't know.
So
I don't
you
even
want
know
to stay in the state?
Like, I wouldn't care if it was out of the state too. I think like the furthest I'd go is like 2 hours, maybe. Yeah.
So New England. sounds
Yeah,
like.
New England. Yeah.
Well, that's cool. How many campuses have you visited?
I visited Salve. What else have I? I went to. Oh, URI. I went to UMass Dartmouth. I'm trying to think if I've been to any other ones.
You visited your sister?
Oh yeah, my sister at Fairfield.
No.
Yeah, I think that's all the ones I've gone to.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you have another question for the guys?
Girls?
Girls?
I had one more comment.
Sure.
My husband and I have gone to a bunch of games, and the one thing we've observed is that Coach Kelly does some awesome work at second half adjustments, and that has really proven to bring a lot of success. And we didn't want you to think we didn't notice.
Thank you. I feel like that's one of my weak points, but I feel like I come in better with a game plan, and then then you have to throw whatever you can against the wall when things go not the way you planned it. So thank you.
Not
I
for
appreciate
nothing,
that.
Coach. You're 16-1. I think you're adjusting pretty good in the second half.
Yeah,
I would say.
I mean, I think you got to give a lot of credit. Like, what would Bill Belichick say? Like, the players play the game, you don't play
Right.
the game. So, as long as you're keeping yourself chill, give them some sort of purpose. I try not to talk too much at timeouts because there's only so much you can process at that time. So, I mean, they're the ones who keep pulling it out. So, not me. I'm
This
not
girl
going
does
there.
not want to give herself any credit at all. Well, thank you for the call.
Sure.
Have a good weekend.
Thanks. You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
So as an ex-coach, right, what she can see, you guys obviously see. Oh, we thought we had another call. And it's just a credit to you and your staff because they make, they see something because they're too caught up trying to put I can't think of, Bob Cousy used to say, putting the ball in the cylinder and, that type of thing. And you and your coaching staff straighten them out and then it works. Again, you guys are 16-1, so whatever adjustments you made really is working. That's a kudos to you, and I can tell you're not used to taking pats on the back.
Yeah, no, I'm not very comfortable with that.
So-
You're making me do a lot of things that I'm not comfortable with right now. So.
Well, guess what? You're welcome. It's no
Thank you.
problem.
Thank
Glad
you.
we can
Thank you.
So,
But we're not the only ones that are noticing. So
Oh, absolutely.
obviously, with the calls coming in, there are other people out there
I
that
wanted to
think
go off
so
of
too.
Ava's question before I forget. What does it take, or what do you and your staff, or especially you, look for a girl that wants to make this team as a player? What do you look for?
I mean, that's really hard. I mean,
Is there anything in particular? Of course, they got to hustle because division, varsity basketball at any level or any sport, it's fast.
right. I mean, skills, footwork, coachability is
Right.
a big one. Being a team player. I don't know. It's hard because, I mean, with every new group you have come in, like, what are you going to add to your team and who's going to help benefit it the most? So, I mean,
All that wrapped up into one.
yeah, I mean,
That's pretty cool. I never heard it like that. That is so
Yeah,
down to
that's a
earth.
different way of looking at it. Also,
Right.
well, I mean,
So-
you only have what's coming at you in
Right.
that team, so it's not like I can say, like, oh, you don't have that. I mean, right now, I mean, we're having this difficulty in public schools of getting enough girls to come out for basketball right now. Like, Walpole didn't even have a freshman team this year, which is crazy to me because that was always our big competition when I was a freshman coach. So, I mean, right now we're losing people to playing like club soccer. That they're not allowed to come and play basketball during the season because that might interfere with that. So I think the big thing we need to do is get as many female athletes playing as many sports as possible, and that's kind of where. So I don't want to be saying, hey, you don't have X, Y, or Z to come play basketball for me. I want as many athletes coming out as possible. So.
Nice.
and so talk about adjusting when you lose your 5 captains next year.
My 5 seniors next year.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know it's
yeah.
going to be a big adjustment because those girls have been with me since I was the JV. You know what I mean? Like they had played for me at the JV level, so they've always been with me. So that is going to be a big adjustment more for me personally than it will be for the team. I've had Hannah, Kira, Kiana, and why am I blanking? Presley. you know what I mean? They've been with me since for all 4 years. So it'll
Wow.
be a big adjustment for me to not have them on my team.
Well, I'm sure you do great.
We're gonna hope so. We're gonna keep plugging away. We're gonna keep plugging away.
I don't want to mention the record again, but you know, it is what it is.
Right, right.
There's a reason why they're winning games.
So, Francesca, what kind of legacy do you think you're going to leave to the girls coming up next year's program? As captain of the team and
Yeah.
the other seniors, I mean, they're going to have to fill some big shoes.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're definitely capable of filling in our shoes. I just always think about how my captains were last year, especially Ava McDonald. I feel like I looked up to her a lot last year, and I just always think about that's the kind of captain that I want to be, and I hope that they were thinking the same thing, and I hope Ava just brought like a lot of energy to the team, and I just think that's what a captain should do is bring the team together, and I hope that that's what they're going to do next year.
Awesome. Looks like we get another call.
Oh, we do have
Oh,
another
boy.
call.
How many aunts do you have?
Like 8.
Hi, caller. Can I ask a favor? Do you mind holding on? We got to go to a commercial break.
No problem.
Is that okay?
Yes, it is.
I know this guy.
I do
think heard
too.
his voice.
Okay.
Thank you, by the way. We're going to step away. You're listening and watching 4 Deep Sports Talk as we cover the 16-1 conference champion Bay State from the Bay State Conference, the Braintree girls basketball. We'll be right back with them and more right after this.
No, it isn't. It's my husband.
He's a regular.
He's a regular. He
First
loves
time.
this show.
First time.
He can call in.
Long time.
He'll call in.
Oh, yeah. He's a sports nut.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you guys have any fundraisers or anything that coming up for any fundraisers or anything? Uh-oh, what'd I do?
They're making my team's making fun of me.
Of course they are.
You gotta call him out, you know. Definitely, you gotta call him out.
We don't think we have any fundraisers coming up, right? We kind of did that all in January.
Yeah, we did a lot at the beginning of the season.
Well, it's only, 2 more games left?
What's up?
2 more games left?
3 more games left.
3 more games left.
Mhm.
Okay.
Milton and then the tournament game.
All right, here we go. Hey, welcome back. You are listening and watching 4 Deep Sports Talk here in the news station. 1320 AM WARA, the Bay State Conference girls basketball team from Braintree High School. And we have that caller, sir. Thank you very much for holding on. I appreciate it.
No problem, Dominic.
I could tell it's one of our favorites. It's our fan favorite caller. So, do you have a question for him, Lou?
Yes, I have a question for Frankie. I'm wondering if the popularity of Caitlin Clark and all the other college students making it to the WNBA has had an effect on her or any of the other, elite or all-star players that she plays with.
I think, I mean, I really like Cameron Brink because she blocks everyone, and that's what I'm trying to do every single game. I feel like I like blocking people more than scoring. So
There you go.
yeah, that's who I look up to, I think. But with the popularity of Caitlin Clark and a bunch of WNBA players recently, I feel like it's made people realize that like girls basketball isn't as different than boys basketball. Maybe a little like less physical, but I think that a bunch of people are coming to our games more at our school that are students. And, yeah.
Hey, that's wonderful. I'm so happy for you, and keep on rocking it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the call.
You betcha.
Good guy. A lot of potential as a caller. No, he's a good guy. But you know what I was thinking? I know Have has another question, but I just wanted to get this out. When we usually do it right about now, where we only have like 9 minutes left before we got to sign off. Well, 11 minutes left. and I know they were kind of picking on you on the text message. Those other players. So why don't we just get the roster out there so we can, then they can say, at least you didn't forget about them, even though they're being fresh to you on the text message. And then, Coach, I know Luce mentioned before, I don't know if we got your whole coaching staff.
Okay.
Mention them, so just give them a quick shout out.
A quick shout out, okay. Quick shout out, Adriana Timberlake, who had, she was on the 2019 state championship team, so we brought her in to help out. She went to Southern New Hampshire University, played up there. So we have her helping out. And then the JV coach is Rob McKinney's, who had been the freshman coach way back in the day when Kristen McDonald was the head coach. So he came along and he's brought last year we had all female staff. We brought him in, and it's fun because his kids are at this great age. They're our super fans. His oldest daughter Mila is obsessed with the team. She's our number one fan. So that's very fun. And then Lauren Sanick is a new member to our program as well. She's our freshman coach, and our JV has gone undefeated so far this season. Wow. And our freshman team, the only team they lost to was one of our junior high teams. So we've had a pretty good winning season this year for the entire program.
Did we get the players yet?
Okay, yes. So we, Frankie Spadorsha and the seniors, Presley Sherrick, Hannah Sherrick, Kira Solano, Kiana O'Sullivan, and then we have our juniors. We have Maya Ranieri, Frankie Mazzini, Soph Rotundo, Audrey Ormsby. Then we have our sophomores. We have Eva Downing, Kate Sweeney, Izzy Rotundo, Avery
Diuti.
Thank you. Peyton Clawher and Abby Burrell and Ginger Frayne.
That's everybody.
I think I did.
Did we get the trainer in?
I'm so bad. I said all six sophomores, right? What's that?
Did we get the trainer in? Make sure you get
the trainer. Kara is our trainer. She's our go-to. Yep.
Got to get her.
Got her. Yeah.
Someone gets her.
We probably have to say Kayleen Spalding. She's our bookkeeper, and she's her volleyball coach. So she keeps, and she's the one who keeps the stats for me. So we got to get her. We got to give a shout out to Spalding as well.
So that covers Christmas. They should be all set.
Yeah, right.
They should be good to go.
Do you have any gear so I can give them? That's what Spalding's looking for. So
really,
gear. There you go.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Got some extra shirts.
Oh yeah, we got a bunch of extra shirts.
Okay.
So what do you got, kid?
So obviously, with the regular season coming to end and starting with playoffs, what's gonna be the thing you guys mainly focus on, and what's the goal? Just finishing out.
Well, I mean, coming into the season, I did not think it would be 16-1 at this point. I mean, I thought it would be pretty good, but I didn't think 16-1. So my goal last year was to win one game in the tournament. So I want to be one of the top 16 teams. So coming into the season, I want to be one of the top 8 teams in D1, which I thought was a reasonable goal. And now I feel like there's a little more pressure to be more than that. But right now, I think as long as we make the Elite 8, that is what my goal is. And like I said, I think it was to Mimi. Anything else would be gravy, and that would be fantastic for the program, and I think that's what our goal should be.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did you see when they went to the National High School Federation rules for girls basketball, was there any big changes you thought these girls had to adjust? I know it's been a while, but I was wondering, was there anything that you see that you had to adjust for that?
No, I mean, they don't even know what most of the rules are anyways to begin with. There was one point in the season I was asking the assistant coach, whose ball is it? And the girl's like, well, we had it last. And I was like, that's not how this goes. In a timeout, I had to explain, or in between quarters, I had to explain, it goes to a jump ball between each quarter, and they didn't know that. So they just want to play ball. They don't want to know the rules or anything like that. Yeah, so I don't think rule changes aren't going to affect them. They're like, sure, whatever. That's just how they play.
See if Frankie smiles. Yeah, that sounds about right. And we're healthy. We don't have any injuries.
Let's not talk about that. Well, I mean, so Audrey Ormsby did her ACL over AAU last year, so she was our first person off the bench last year. So losing her has been a big loss for the season. But again, we've had people step up, give a shout out to the sophomores. I think Frankie was kind of alluding to it earlier. Eva Downing and Kate Sweeney have really stepped up this year. They were freshmen on varsity last year and got some playing time, but really they've been kind of difference makers for us this year as their confidence has improved.
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing anything do you have a feeder system like some of the schools they have, like the middle schools? Are you involved with any of those teams?
I mean, I should be more involved. That's what I'm trying to do, is be more involved. We have two two junior high teams that come up through the system and stuff like that. But we also have the travel leagues and stuff like that. So I'm trying to get myself out to some of the games and practices and trying to be a little bit more involved in that. Like I had said before, like we're losing too many female athletes to different different sports and stuff like that. So I want to keep them involved. So we had the two 8th grade travel teams up to come to our practice to kind of show them what it's all about, what kind of energy you need to bring if you're coming up to varsity and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I need to start doing, in my second year. Last year I was just trying to keep my head above water last year, and now got to try and refocus and get planning for the future.
You're doing a good job, that's for sure. Absolutely.
Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. So when's the next big pizza party or spaghetti party? Do you have any of those going on?
I try and stay away from pasta parties. That's their thing.
We had one a couple of days ago on Thursday, and it was at my house, actually. And we did this thing where each of us got a card with a name on it, and whoever's name we had, we would write down like what not about basketball, like what we liked about this person, and then we all scrambled up the cards and read them out loud.
That's pretty cool.
That's very cool. I
I've
like
never heard
that.
of that before. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's very inventive, or whatever they call it. I guess it's the right
Yeah,
way to
my
say
mom
it.
came up with that, actually.
Kudos, Mom. That was pretty cool. That's
Obviously,
camaraderie
you
right
have
there.
a lot of support. So,
Yeah.
Mimi, good grief.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, that's kind of what it is about. And I think like when he was bringing up, the caller brought up like the WNBA, it's more like these girls watched as, our assistant coach played in 2 state championships. That's who they'd go to support her. And same thing with when Adriana was coming up, watching the teams from like 14 and 15, they made the state championship run. So it's like every couple of years, like you have those girls that were young and impressionable at that age watching these teams. So it's fun to see, that youth get excited about this team right now.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
sure.
she's a celebrity. She doesn't even know what those
She's a
those-
legit celebrity. So
Right.
Spalding was reffing some games the other day, and all these dads were coming up to her because she was wearing Braintree volleyball, being like, "You got to coach Spadorsha? Oh my God, that's amazing!" So she's a big time celebrity now in Braintree.
All right, one more question. You got it, Ahava.
Just to end it off, what has been your guys' favorite memory throughout the season?
This season? Well, I really liked senior night last night. I probably shouldn't talk about it because I'll cry, so I'm not going to talk about that. But I thought that besides that, the week where we played North Quincy and Quincy, I thought that was, I thought we played 2 of our best games against 2 of the best teams that we've seen. And I thought that was like a really fun week, and how we played against both teams, I thought was, but it was pretty impressive to me. I was really happy that week.
Nice.
I can't even like pick a moment from the season. Like the whole season has just been like so, like we're only going up. It's just, I feel like it's not even, like we just want to keep going. And I feel like that's kind of the energy I want to bring for playoffs, is that like we're not done yet, and I feel like going on this streak has kind of helped us because we're like, if we lose, like we're ending our streak, which is kind of like, if we lose in playoffs, we're just done. And I feel like that's like motivating us, because I don't want the players to burn out. So I just want to keep winning.
Well, that's awesome. I know Luce and I and Ahava from 4 Deep Sports Talk want to congratulate you guys on a great run. Hopefully we'll have you back with a state championship
Oh my
trophy.
goodness! Oh my goodness!
You know?
Where's some wood?
No.
Please knock on something, please.
And Coach, congratulations on your nomination.
Thank you very much. Thank you, guys.
Hopefully we'll be calling you back for the award ceremony. That'd be awesome. And young lady, good luck in the rest of the way with the playoffs
Thank
and
you.
college. And please let us know so we can break the story. Not to brag or nothing. So for Ahava Jet, Luce Cabral, I'm Dominic Damiano. We hope you enjoyed this hour, as we had the privilege of highlighting the Braintree girls, the conference champion Bay State team, again from Braintree High School. We will catch you next time. Everyone have a fantastic weekend.
Thank you.
Nice. Good job.